Cruz gay.
What do you want me to send it to you? Just airdrop?
Airdrop that hoe.
Okay. I gotta find it first. It's right here. Unle full. Alright, Love One TT is called.
I might have a better one. I'm gonna throw another one out and we'll see how long we go with that one. Cause the lucky one, I think the luck one we can make a
Yes, sir.
iPhone?
There you go. Accept.
That's you? Oh, that was I was about to say, holy shit. Oh, that's on the soundboard.
Yeah, that's why it's so easy to do.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
We haven't used that one. That's still crickets. Damn, bro.
That's so sick, bro.
It's funny because when we first did, it's like, yo, let's just write this shit down so we know how to fucking use it. Zach got it memorized now.
Scam?
Oh, yeah, that's a nice one to come in on.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Na 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 na.
Tú sabes lo que haces. Tú quieres que yo nunca te olvide, no. En verdad lo lograste.
I bet. I'm actually gonna drop it straight from the jump. To be honest, I think I'm gonna do the intro straight from the jump of the song.
Do it, bro. Let's get into it, man.
And then yeah. All right, cool. Y'all ready?
I'm back. Let's go.
Y'all ready for this?
This one's off, right? You got that one off?
Yeah, it's off.
Yeah.
This one's 0. Okay.
All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna mute up, and then we'll hop in when we're ready.
No, 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 no. Tú sabes lo que haces. Tú quieres que yo nunca te olvide, no. En verdad lo lograste. Por eso te doy lo que quieras, solo pídelo poco a poco. Yo caigo más por ti, me tienes loco. Pero no me quiero salir, ule. Nena, si me miras así, ule. Me enamoro más de ti, ule. Me sube la presión, baby. Yo soy Jacob, tú eres mía.
Welcome to Pocket Watch Podcast. My name is Zach
Cruz.
Jean Lorenzo, baby.
Hey!
Oh, I know y'all heard that switch up. We do have a guest today, but we do not have Jake today. So
I'm sitting in for Jake.
Yo, that's our 6th man of the year right here. Jean Lorenzo, the first return. The return of Jean Lorenzo.
big facts.
And the dope part is how we looked when you first came and how we look now, bro. It's gonna be
Fuck. We could curse on this.
yeah,
Yeah,
come on, bro.
Fucking big ass difference, bro.
Right? It feels
Fucking
different.
big
Even
ass
just
difference.
recording feels different now, right?
Yes, yes, it feels amazing, bro. Congratulations. I said congratulations last time I was on here, but bro, y'all just keep innovating and getting better and better and better.
You're not getting better, you're not doing it right, you're not trying, bro.
Exactly.
Come on,
big
man.
facts.
I've
Exactly.
seen a lot of podcasts that don't do the like a couple podcasts. Like we're gonna have a girl on next week and she's got a podcast and she's been doing it for about a year now. So like she's on episode 60 where we're like on 32 right now.
Yeah.
But she does straight audio. And on one hand, it's like, damn, that's super easy. Like, that's way easier. So she puts effort into like the animations and shit of the episode. But
Right.
I like the video, bro. The YouTube videos and stuff is easier to promote. It's better. It's especially like since we're doing this to look back on something. You know what I mean? It's like what better to look back on than a video.
Yeah,
you know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Yeah, and I'll be dropping all the videos that I'm running behind on here soon. I'm sorry.
Zach Slaggin.
We got man. There's so much shit we gotta get just to make this like a foolproof operation.
Yeah,
For those of you guys who don't know, that's Zach's work laptop that we upload from. So if we don't hit a window. That's why I don't even get mad when I see. I'm like, bro,
it's a tight window because I have to let it sit in one spot for like over 20 hours.
Yeah.
If I use it for work, and sometimes if I can't leave it at my house for some reason, I try doing it over the weekend, but sometimes I just can't, or sometimes I'm trying to do it and something fails or some stupid shit.
Yeah, because with YouTube, if you're uploading just like a minute, it'll take you fucking an hour.
Yeah.
And then if you're uploading like an hour, like you guys are doing, it'll take
in 4K too.
In 4K. Oh my god.
Usually it's like 28 to 35 gigabytes is what we're uploading.
Holy shit.
It's a big file, but yeah, it's all good. It happens, but I'm gonna try to get everything uploaded for this weekend. I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna pretty much have my laptop running overtime this weekend.
4-day weekend, baby.
Bro, it is what it is, bro.
Catch up on it.
Technically, it's a 5-day weekend because you got Thursday too.
Yeah.
So it is what
By
it
the
is.
way, have you guys mentioned it's gonna be Thanksgiving tomorrow?
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
We're recording
happy
this. You're probably
Thanksgiving.
gonna hear this after Thanksgiving, but bro, just know what mindset we're in right now. It's
Yeah.
Thanksgiving right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to drop this video sometime tomorrow. It'll probably be tomorrow evening. I might drop it, or maybe I could do it later tonight when I get home.
I'm making a turkey for my girl's family this year.
Are you frying it? Or
It's a lot of pressure, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like at first, it was like you were talking me up about, yo, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And I'm like, fuck it, Christian, tell your mom I'm cooking that shit this year. And now, bro, like I'm like when it's like, cause tomorrow I gotta wake up early, make sure I do like certain things so I could, cause they. At first, I was thinking I'm just making the turkey, right? And she's like, "Oh, cool, yeah. Here's the turkey." And then she's like, "And here's the stuffing, cause this is how we do it." And I'm like, "Shit, you got." And she's like, "And usually I cut up some some sweet plantains, really."
Because Stan's family is Latin.
Oh,
Hispanic.
Puerto Rican.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah. So it's gonna be
You also gotta make the gravy too.
what?
If you make the turkey, you gotta make the gravy because you gotta make the gravy out of the turkey stuff.
Yeah. I think I'll be good. I think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do that. I got the right thing.
That's
Gravy's
fine.
just
like turkey's turkey all the way around, bro. It doesn't matter. Like
I did some extra shit though, cause they definitely they're great cooks, but they stick to a certain formula.
Right.
So I'm gonna kind of mix. I'm gonna do it. I'm like doing a cover by Cruz Madero. I'm gonna take. All right. I know what you want. Like I know you want the sofrito and all that stuff seasoned. So that's how it's marinating. But I also cut up some garlic and some seasonings, and I mixed it with the butter.
Oh, yeah,
and
you
I
got it.
put my hands in there.
Oh yeah, you did it between the skin.
Yeah, put my
good.
hands down the
It
skirt,
helps
see what's
keep
going
it
on.
moist.
Yeah, it was
Helps
good.
a lot.
So even right now, you can see that shit just like it's like almost like a paste coming through, like
exactly.
inside. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's gonna be different.
There you go.
I bet that's gonna be banging.
Are you cooking it in the bag or are you gonna baste it?
I'm bagging it.
I bag mine. That's how I do mine. It's the easiest and it's
Yeah.
the best. It's like almost foolproof.
How long? How big was your turkey?
20 pounds.
So mine's is about 18, 20 pounds. How long did you cook it for?
I think it was like 2 hours and 45 minutes. I used my thermometers. I had my thermometers for my grill.
At what temperature? Oh, on the grill.
Yeah, you know how I have the thermometers?
Yeah,
for the grill? The one that's like wireless. I just put that shit in my turkey.
So you did 2.5 hours at what temperature?
350.
Okay. Oh, so
And-
you put it up a little higher then. Okay. Because I saw like 4 hours at 320, 325 or some shit like that.
No, I did 350 and for mine, like I said, I just put it in there. But like you want to monitor the breast temperature because like
Yeah.
my legs went to like 215, like the thighs went to like 215, but the breast went to, you take it out like 150, 155 because it continues cooking when you take it out.
Yeah.
And even still, bro.
It was really. Did it come out good though?
Oh yeah, it came out pretty good. It was fire.
Bet.
Everybody liked it, so that's good. That's all.
Bet.
Y'all speaking Chinese to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I know we have like the ill conversation on the podcast. Sorry, guys.
Because it's turkey talk.
Anywho, thank
Breasts
you guys
and legs.
for joining back in for another week. You guys are definitely appreciated. We appreciate you guys for coming back week after week, listening to us, giving us the love and the support. Shout out to the ones that share our stuff every week. Then whenever like it drops, thank you guys for sharing that,
Giving
for
us
other people.
feedback. I love
Facts.
that shit.
Yeah, we appreciate it. If you guys can hear in the background, we do have Jean Lorenzo's cover coming on right now. We've covered playing from the beginning. I'm having some technical difficulties because it's not automatic replay, so that's that. But at the end of the podcast, we're gonna let it play all the way through. Definitely listen to it; it's gonna be dope. And as always, on every episode we have Jean Lorenzo's Instagram and his like pretty much like link tree. I don't know what brand you use, but if it's like the same thing or not. Or do you?
I have a website now. I have to give it to you.
Let me know. I'll put it on there.
Yeah.
But
I
we-
love JohnLorenzo.com.
Yeah. Check them out.
That's
man.
literally it. Just I love Jean Lorenzo.
Y'all hear the covers, bro. The covers is fire, man. Oh my God.
thank
With the music. It just shows it's like, look, I could do it. The people you fuck with, I could do it and do
Yeah.
it better. And
Yeah.
then come listen to my shit. You know what
Well,
I mean?
I just like to do it in a different way. I don't know if it's better, if it's not. I just know that it's my version, basically.
It's better for a lot of people.
If it's better, that's
Yeah.
that's the
The difference
opinion
is-
of the crowd.
Is like first. That's what, or original.
To be honest though, I
Exactly,
understand the words in your version a lot more than I understand the other one. So
Was that Spanish? Is that song Spanish originally?
No, originally it's
like-
Nigerian
Yeah.
Ah.
by CK.
Ah, okay. So there you go. So that's the Latino version.
I was gonna say.
Latin version.
So
I'm
this
glad you
is
said Nigerian because I was gonna say African.
Well, now you said it anyways.
Nigeria's in
Yeah,
Africa,
exactly.
so it's
It
kind of
went-
African.
Watch out, Zach. White people stock is down right now. Watch what you say, bro.
No, but basically, I just like I've been listening to that song so much on TikTok and on Instagram Reels everywhere. So
It's
I was
catchy as fuck.
It's super.
let me
catchy,
just
man.
do a Spanish version that I could understand because I can't understand what the hell they're saying in Nigerian.
Hell yeah.
No.
So I was just like, let me just write my own version in Spanish and then fucking see what the people
Hell yeah.
say.
With a video with it, a nice little.
Yeah.
That's like I feel like if that's like, I don't know if people do mixtapes anymore because I don't know if you need to, right? Like, because if you wanted to, you could.
Yeah.
It depends. Like, if it's a throwaway album or something, and you want to
Yeah.
throw some. Because I'm thinking of like Lil Wayne or something, right? Where
Yeah.
he dropped a mixtape. His mixtapes were like. A lot of his mixtapes were just straight beats from songs that are popping, but he's doing his own version, and those are my favorite. I think the
Right.
No Ceilings mixtapes, those ones,
Right.
is all that. So he'll take, all right, this song's popping, but this is my version of that song. This song's popping. This is my. You should actually do that shit. That would be fucking dope. Like a little
All right
mixtape.
now.
Don't call it an album. Just be like,
All
yo,
right
it's
now.
just like a little throwaway. What's up?
You might have just given me an idea,
But the difference, the one difference with what you did, which is why I was kind of thinking like, is this the modern day mixtape? Because you got video quality out of it. You got, and
Yeah.
it's like a post. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like, who cares if it's a song? Like, I don't want
Yeah.
y'all to love that song. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I want y'all to love my shit. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
In reality, I did the video just like in the backyard of my dad's house.
Yeah.
And I'm literally recording as like my dad's recording me.
Yeah.
So I'm recording the vocal as my dad's recording me.
That's what was dope about that video too. Is it looked like you didn't have your whole setup. Because like a lot of your covers, you could tell you got your
Yeah.
whole setup already. So it's
Yeah.
like, it looks like you're just like, let me just put this shit together
Well,
real
to be
quick.
honest-
That's literally how it went.
Come
To be
on,
honest,
bro.
though, I felt like it actually fit the song a lot more because like the song's kind of like a more laid back like vibing song,
Right.
And then like the whole video was you just like chilling poolside, just vibing, the singing and stuff like that. Like it was like completely different than what you would normally see in a studio setup. So it definitely
Yeah.
matched the energy of the song for real.
That shit
Yeah,
blew
bro.
up too.
But yeah, if you guys haven't watched it, definitely click down below. Go watch the video fast.
Go on
He
my
got-
Instagram,
Yeah, he
Jean
got-
Lorenzo G.
He got it in his reels. There's gonna be a clickable link as always below. He's our audio engineer that made our intro song and everything like that too. So hit him up. And if you're an artist, you need any music,
Dog.
producer or anything like that, you want to have
Come
a
on.
feature, hit this man up. He'll make your shit fire.
For the two, like, yo, I need you to produce it, and then I need you to come in with the
Feature.
Maria. I need those two things. I'll pay you for it.
Okay, so that tells me you heard that song. Right?
Oh yeah,
What you think about that?
That song is fire, bro.
Okay.
Actually, it put me on the Fadal. That song did.
Yes,
because
yes.
Zach showed me, he's
Pain
like, yo,
music. Pain music. Shout out to Pain,
Pain.
bro.
Yeah. He's been doing his thing too. He's been hustling.
man.
Pagna for white people,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
and it's Gene for white people.
It ain't G, bro. I got fucking suspended when I was in 6th grade because my teacher kept calling me Gene. I'm like, bitch, my name's not Gene, and I got suspended.
Yo, that's disrespectful, bro. You telling her what your name is,
You
man?
know what's
legit,
funny
legit.
though? It's like you had texted me the other day and I had my AirPods in and it was like, Jean Lorenzo has texted you.
Siri.
I mean, I get it. That's what happens when you have a Puerto Rican name, Jan.
Jan.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but don't call me Gene.
That's funny.
Anyways, all right. So hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Hope you all had all the food you wanted. Hope you guys had a good family time and stuff like that. This is our first Thanksgiving on the pod. This is dope. It's kind of cool to talk to our supporters and stuff through times like this. This is really cool. I think this episode, that's why we're gonna kind of switch it up. We're not gonna do the success and failure. Weekly success and failure. We're gonna do like, what are we grateful for?
First episode, we have not done a weekly success and failure.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's good because then next week we
I
can
like
double
it.
up.
A little
I like
switch
it.
up.
A little different. And plus, on top of that, we recorded like a couple days ago, basically.
Yeah, and it's the same. It's the same shit. It's just like a nice little reflection. That's what we like to do at the beginning of the
Right.
pod. Do a nice little reflection.
I got you.
I'll go first. I was thinking about it, man. Like where I work, on my way home, I gotta drive down to OBT, right? And around 4 or 5, at 7 in the morning, like I like it because it gives me a nice little perspective. Because like where I'm in my office, it's like I love the environment. It's good vibes. It's like everybody's trying to get better, working in our careers and stuff.
Right.
But then when I drive down OBT, bro, you see the prostitutes, you see the drug dealers, you see
Yeah.
the hobos with the signs, like all like within 5 minutes, bro. Like
The pimps.
and I was just thinking about it even on the way here, and that's why I kind of wanted us to do this grateful also because it's Thanksgiving. But
Right.
man, it makes you like perspective. That perspective really makes you appreciate where you're at and the shit you're doing, you know, because we talk about all the time, like put yourselves in good circles, right? But the con to that is the level of expectation, the level of
Right.
what's good and what's not good
Right.
raises with it. You know what I mean? Because like I could tell somebody what I'm doing and they could look at me and be like, yo, that's it? Like, come on, bro. Like this and
Yeah.
that. And then you
Yeah.
tell somebody else that's not doing nothing and they're like, damn, bro, you
fucking
you going crazy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's good to, you know, make sure I'm grateful right now for my position in life, man. Like I tell you what, bro, this is my first Thanksgiving with my pops back, which is super fucking dope. Like it's
Dope.
probably been like 6 or 7 years since I had Thanksgiving with my pops.
Wow.
So now he's back at the crib. So I'm grateful to have a Thanksgiving with my dad around.
That's dope.
I'm grateful for my home and not really having to stress about shit, you know, because
Right.
we, you know, us, like we stress, everybody does it, right? I'm still stressing about things that I'm trying to do in the future, you know what I mean? Like crazy stressing where like I'll catch anxiety off it. But it's like, man, like a year ago, you know, or 2 years ago,
Yeah.
bro, like I'm at where I wanted to be. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes you just gotta be grateful for stuff like that.
Right.
My family, I got a great family with me. And I'm grateful for this pod, bro. I'm grateful to have like a nice group to meet up with. I'm grateful like that like John can come through and be like, yo, all right, we chilling, we talking. And he's like, yo, let's jump on the pod, bro. Let's do this. Like, this is something that everybody does or can do. You know what I mean? And it has its hard times. Like, it's not easy doing it weekly, but I'm so grateful to have this environment.
Right.
Big facts, big facts. You want to go next?
I can go.
Zach slid that. You open, bro.
I mean, mine isn't gonna be as prolific as Cruz.
Cruz, yeah, bro. He thought about it. Listen, we came in, he was like, yo, let's do like
Yo, I got an idea.
what we're grateful for. And we're over here like, you know, I had a weekly success and failure.
I haven't been thinking about it or nothing, but yo,
Anywho, handoff.
Yeah. So as far as what I'm thankful for, I'm really thankful for family, bro.
Yeah.
I'm really thankful for family. A lot of things in my family are like a lot of the little kinks are being ironed out little by little.
Yeah.
And like I'm really thankful for that. Like I just want to be able to like hang out with everybody at the same time and like you know no problem. Just be around your family, and that's the most important thing in the world. Like I've been here in Orlando for a month and a half already because I've been doing a couple jobs here.
Yeah.
Doing my thing. And yeah, bro, it just feels amazing to be around my dad, be around my stepmom, my stepsister, be able to pick up my little sister from work to go get lunch or something like that.
Yeah.
Little things like that. So I'm really grateful for that aspect because when I'm in Miami, I'm by myself. I just have my cousin with me.
Yeah.
And that's cool too. But you know, when you're surrounded by more family, you feel a little bit better.
It's a different love, bro.
Yeah.
It's a different environment. It's a different love. I think
Legit.
that's like a big reason why, you know how like people that live with their parents are like little shits or like brothers and sisters that can't stand each other, and then once they go out and do their own thing, they can't wait to come home and be like, yo, I miss you, bro. Like I'm
saying.
Yeah,
bro. And like I've been helping out my dad with things in the house, like I had to pressure wash the driveway today, and I'll do it.
Hell
Like
yeah.
I don't care, bro. Like I have fun, and I'm more than happy to do it because
Hell yeah.
I feel like I'm in a home environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
like
quality
he
time.
had me putting up the Christmas lights on like up the pillars of the house and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
and he was able to go to your show that you had at the hookah lounge too, right?
What's crazy is my dad was the one who booked that show.
And he's trying to help you with this next one too. That is so fucking dope, bro.
Yeah.
That is so dope.
I wanted to bring that up about the next show.
Yeah.
Because any of you guys in Central Florida area, so that you guys definitely got to go slide. He's gonna have another show. Wait, you don't know the exact date, right? Yet.
We're working on December 18th. December 18th. Put it in your calendars. Jean Lorenzo live.
Just free that
You're gonna
shit
wanna
up.
See that.
Big
Free
facts.
that shit up.
You guys
It's happening.
Definitely got to go. Whenever the flyers posted, definitely you're gonna see it on our Instagram being shared.
For sure.
So you're definitely going to see that. So whenever we get the final and like that, but definitely plan for the weekend of the December 17th, December 18th time, so that
Right.
to be going to a Jean Lorenzo concert.
Yeah.
You were talking about, and it sparked something. I want to get it off before we move on. But you were talking about like how like you're like a lot of things in your family are ironing out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean and stuff.
Yeah.
Yo, I feel don't like getting old, like old, not old, we're young as shit, but like getting older sucks for certain reasons. You got to deal with different responsibilities and stuff like that, expectations. Right. But the dopest part to me about getting old is like those family issues and stuff. Like when you grow up as a man, you can handle it differently, right? Like when you're a kid, bro, you're a little helpless. Like if mom and dad don't make the environment right, you're kind of helpless with it. You know what I mean? But when you're a man and you can make the environment yourself. Into it. Let me go to my sister's job and give her breakfast and shit like that. And then let me go help my pops out with the pressure washing and stuff. Because those are little things that, you know what I mean? That just...
And it's not so much that there's family issues. No. It's just sometimes there's a little bit of a disconnect. Between which happens in every family, bro. Period. It happens in every family, and I'm just glad that we're getting to a point right now where that's all being set to the side, and we're like, all right, like perfect. Let's be cool about this.
Yeah, shit. Man, I love.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm really grateful for. Yeah, and like just family in general, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. Big facts.
Zach.
Kind of similar to what both of you guys said. I'm obviously thankful for my family. I'm thinking my family is actually here in Florida. A couple of years ago, they were out in Oklahoma. I got to spend last holidays with them, but they got their own house this time, so like they're not renting this year, so it's a little bit different. It's gonna be kind of nice because I got my niece with me. I got my sister, my little brother, my parents, my older brother, stuff like that, and it's nice to be able to have my family back here because they were gone for a while, and
it's a different feeling.
The holidays sucked. I mean, obviously I had my girl's family that I spent the holidays with, which obviously was great for that, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like you grew up your whole life spending holidays with your family for that, and not being able to be with them, especially cold turkey side. Like basically it's like, oh, one year you have them, next year you don't. It kind of sucks. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that my family's here, and I'm glad that everybody in my family is healthy, especially after the crazy couple years that we had. I'm glad that everyone in my family's made it out well, made it out safe. Everybody's been healthy. We've had no issues in the family like that. So I'm definitely thankful for that. Blessings on that. And I also I know this is like what I'm grateful for, but I want to send blessings to anybody that had family members pass away or had family members that got sick or had issues or anything like that. So I want to send my condolences, my love, my blessings, whether it was COVID related or not. I want to send that out to everybody that's listening for sure. But I'm definitely thankful for that. I'm thankful for opportunities that my life I've had in this last year. It's been crazy, the type of doors that have been open for me, and the kind of things that I've been able to do, and not only I've had come my way, but things I've been able to excel with. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my mentality. I'm grateful for me as a person. I'm grateful for the people in my life. I'm grateful definitely for my girl, she holds things down, you know what I mean? I'm grateful for her. She's hard working. She's been killing her program. She graduates in a few months, so that's gonna be really, really dope and really, really big for us. That's gonna be really, really big. That's what it sounded. My girl's gonna be graduating, but I'm over here celebrating as if it's my victory. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man! It is, bro. Dual income is a thing, man. Yeah, that's why gay couples are super rich.
This guy Cruz, bro, always on some bullshit.
Real talk, bro. The nicest houses in LA, bro. It's like gay, and they both doctors. Ain't no nurse. No, I'm just fucking with you. That's sexist.
Funny. Oh my god, sexist Cruz. But yeah, I'm definitely thankful for all that. And I'm just excited for what's in store for me next year for sure. And I just know that I'm gonna get constant blessings my way. That's always it is. That's how it always is, But I'm grateful for me having the ability to be in a position to be able to bless others and be able to provide for others for that, and it's grateful and it's dope, So I'm thankful for that for sure.
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. We're grateful for the listeners too, man. Thanks for fucking with us. Y'all give us energy, you know what I mean? Because if nobody listens, we probably could have quit 2 weeks ago.
Facts. I'm definitely thankful for this podcast because it's definitely helped me hold myself accountable, and it's definitely helped myself level up. Yeah. So I'm grateful for it in that aspect because it's actually helped me more than I thought it would ever help. You know what I mean? So it's dope to have that.
Hell yeah, man. Let me see this.
Cruz is texting over here. Disrespectful.
I know.
Sheesh.
I'm over here talking about my gratefulness, what I'm grateful for.
I'm damn near crying. Just started texting when
I'm pouring your heart out.
I'm grateful for your attention right now, Cruz.
Expectations. Once Jacob leaves, now I'm the one that's not paying attention enough. All right, man, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So we got like a relevant topic that we're kind of scared to talk about because we're two white guys and we got a Spanish dude here. Thank God. My name's Cruz though, so it's okay. We just want to talk about because I feel like, so what is it? Kyle Rittenhouse.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, this guy, bro. I told you I didn't want to talk about this.
No, but just quick. We'll talk about it quick because I feel like I've seen a lot of posts on it, right? And I don't disagree with any of it, right? But in my mind, like the thing that I kept seeing that kind of sparked my interest because I'm naturally like that. Like I'm naturally just like, there's always three fucking sides. Like there's that side, and the truth. You know what I mean? And I'm like, everybody that's argued against like, oh, this is racist, and I do believe it's racist, but not for the reasons why people are posting. Mm-hmm. But like they always say, hey, did you look at the trial? Did you look at the trial? Did you look at? And I haven't. And I bet you a lot of the people posting about it haven't.
Right. Yeah.
So while I just want to talk about it because I feel like while totally from the outside, it looks fucked up. It looks terrible. It looks so bad, bro. But I would like whoever's listening, like I would challenge you to try to see the other side and just not be on his side, but maybe have an understanding so you don't lose full hope in the system. You know what I mean? Because the system's fucked. Don't get me wrong, but not why people are posting. It's kind of like the Kaepernick situation where like everybody started talking about a totally other thing than what the purpose was. You know what I mean? And then now you're attacking something that it doesn't even. It's not. This isn't how we solve this.
It's irrelevant.
Exactly. So, Zach watched the trial.
Well, right. Majority of it. I watched like 60, 70% of it. So
majority of it, right?
I'll probably watch the end by the end.
Like if you've probably seen social media, you could see, you got a white boy walking down the street.
With the fucking rifle.
With a rifle, and he caught two bodies. Who can do that?
2.5.
And get fully acquitted.
Almost got somebody else. And a half. He shot a third.
So Jesus. I totally agree. Because I still don't understand how he walks away with 0 charges.
Yeah, that blew my mind too.
But then you add in a couple of factors, right? So like there's a couple of facts. They're just certain facts when you look at the facts of the trial that you can see, not necessarily I agree, but I can see how this sways a jury. Mm-hmm. Right? So, gun laws in Washington. That was my first question, right? Because if he's in New York, if he's in any of these other certain states, he's fucked no matter what. Don't matter. You were walking around with a rifle, which this is a good argument for those laws. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if you're not walking around with a rifle, you're not catching two bodies. You're not even in this situation.
Right.
Or not walking around with a rifle, he could have been dead.
True. It's like a girl walking around with a short skirt. No, I'm just playing.
Just like that,
yeah. So I just kind of wanted to see how y'all felt about it a little bit. You don't have to get too deep into it. But when you see a couple of the facts, like, all right, gun laws in Washington, it's kind of like Texas. He could walk around with it. That was his gun. It was fully legal, right? Because once you get into these court cases, it's not about opinions, not about feelings. It's what's law, and then it's check mark, mm-hmm. Period. So the gun laws in Washington, and then they start to get into, which this is why I also think he got off, is he had a good ass lawyer, right? Mm-hmm. So like I think that's the racist part. You know what I mean? Like that's where like not racist, but like it's classism. But
exactly,
it's like if you see that situation and you go, oh, the system's fucked, right? Who gets better from that? Nobody gets better because nobody grows from that. They're just, oh, this is all fucked. We're screwed. Like this sucks, you know? Mm-hmm. Which is the case. Like I do think the system is fucked in certain situations.
Right.
But really it's like, what if the difference between him getting off and him not getting off is a good lawyer, right? So it's like,
definitely a key factor.
So you need to focus on getting a good lawyer. How about we grow from that? How about we learn from that situation, right? Like, hey, y'all, you see this guy? He was walking around with a rifle, and he caught two bodies.
Yeah, I mean, you see what happened with O.J. Simpson? This man got away with a good lawyer. That's facts, though.
Yeah,
it literally is.
It's facts.
Yeah. So
it's facts.
So, and I think that's something we could learn from this situation, right?
Right.
So, and is it racist that he had money and the means to? Yeah. Is that why there's a lot of statistics? Like a lot of statistics are skewed, where like if a black guy gets caught with marijuana and a white kid gets caught with marijuana, one person goes to jail, one person doesn't. There could be some racism in there, but there could be that white kid has some parents that threw some money around and got him out of there versus the black kid that didn't. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you put more focus on that, you might get a little more groups that focus on that and help people that don't have help for like, you know, like law and shit like that. Let me get you a lawyer. You don't need a public defender. Because when you look into the trial and you see some of these things, right? So one of them was, he was walking down protecting businesses, right? Whether or not that's what he was doing, that's a great defense, right? So if you got a jury up there,
it makes you look like the good guy.
It makes you look like the good guy.
Yep.
And you need a good lawyer to care enough to look at the situation, figure out the details, figure out the facts, and then what is legal, what isn't, put it in that black and white sense, but then the nuance of here's your story. You know what I mean? Right. Like this is that. And while you can I don't agree with either side really. Like I think he should have some type of charge. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I also don't agree with like, you know, a lot of people, he should be locked up for life. He should, you know, this and that just because somebody else did. You know what I mean? And it's touchy. I know it's real touchy.
Yeah, very.
It's very touchy, but I challenge people to look at the nuance in things. I just, you know, and I just want to see what you guys thought about it because that shit has been going crazy. And white people's stock is down. White people had to shut the fuck up. And some people I know didn't shut the fuck up. And I'm like, damn, you got balls, bro. Like, look at the trial. And you just white as fuck. And I was like, ooh, bro, it's not the time.
Cringe.
Timing, read the room. It's not right.
That's funny as fuck.
But what do you think about it?
Me? Okay. Okay. So basically, when I first seen it, I always said online that I thought he was gonna get caught up, but I told him that I said it wasn't gonna happen though. I think he should have got something, but when I looked at the whole trial, not the whole thing, but from what I've seen in the trial, it's easily understandable why he got off for what he did, but it still baffles my mind that it happened to begin in the first place. And that's one of the reasons why I don't go out to shit like that. Because if I go out there and I catch a fucking body, I'm not gonna be fucking over some bullshit.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. You know, at the end of the day, if you look into everything, I see why he got off on it.
You can see where there's an area where he could get off, and it's not necessarily race. Maybe it's good representation and stuff.
That's exactly what it was.
And part of it, I'm not gonna it's not. There is some race in there. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure if you got Chief Keef sitting in that chair, it's a little different. Maybe that story don't hit as hard.
Yeah.
Like what? This guy was out there defending businesses. You know what I mean? So,
well, so that's
the racist part. It is
that's also more so like that's kind of a bad example because that's kind of like the character of the person. He talks about murdering people and so that versus if you have like a professional that presents himself like Will Smith.
Right.
Will Smith was out there catching bodies. Somebody trying to bring it to
O.J. Simpson, right?
Well, O.J. Simpson, that's the big
and he did that shit. Yeah. But like, here's the thing. He made himself presentable enough. And it's like, do what you want. I'm not telling anybody to not do however they're living or do whatever they're doing. Mm-hmm. But you got to understand how you're portraying yourself. You go into an interview, you put a suit and tie on. You know what I mean? You don't walk in with pajamas. That's just an example where your first impression, that presentation fucking matters in situations like that.
Right.
100%.
And it's a sad part of life, but to like just blanket it as this is racism, you know, that's where you kind of lose me a little bit.
More people are calling it, it's in the racism factor. Like when I first saw people saying, oh, it's racism, I was like, how the fuck is it racism? This man he killed white people defending defending minority businesses, but now I see people are coming from like on the systemic racism side. And then that's the argument on it. And
they're right. And I think that's where the race
I see a lot of people that are like, they're like, oh, it's not racism, he shot white people, but then it's like, they're not talking about it like as like a direct like racist act against, you know. I
don't think most people are making that clarification either. I think it's just like, oh, he's white, that's why he gets through, you know. And it's like we all gotta grow. Like it's a little bit of a victim mentality that lets you think that way. And
to me though, I don't think honestly, if I'm a parent, I'm not letting my fucking 17-year-old kid out there with the fucking run the fucking streets like that. And that's just personally me. But
that's the thing. And the other thing too, and I only say this because like one of the managers at the company I work, he got called in to be a jury or whatever, right? And they asked a couple questions, and it was like a rape case or something, and they kind of presented partial evidence and was like, is this like undeniably guilty? You know, period. And he was like, no. He's like, no, you're asking me if it's undeniable. No, this is still he said, she said, or whatever. And he was saying you could see kind of like the opinions of the other people change because they would like raise their hand or don't. And then like as the line went on, you started getting more of like, no, it's not undeniable, you know, and stuff. And they let his ass go. They were like, get out. The defendant was probably looking at him like, let's go, you know. But also, the way they choose the jury is a thing too. Like the system is not perfect, but
but it also depends on like the details of that because you know you're hearing it from one side too about why he wasn't. Did he explain why he was let go or anything like that?
There's 3 parts to every story.
Yeah,
for sure. But I definitely do think that's a thing because we know for a fact they handpick jury. Right? Yeah. And it could be the defendant and the judge, right?
Yeah, like 50-50 or something.
So if that's the case, then and it's almost 100% relied on the jury's verdict. It's not just the system. You know what I mean? It's not like the judge is like, oh, it's a black kid, he's going to jail. You got 10 to 15 to 20. I don't know how many people is on a jury, but you got a group of people that decided it.
It's 12. Mm-hmm.
12 people that decided it. So it's kind of, and they were in the trial every single day and watched it and listen, you know, so it's kind of, I don't know, man. Like I would be like, if I was ever accused or something and I was defending myself in court, I would be happy to know that that's kind of, they are choosing both sides as a jury. You know what I mean? Because they could be the other way around and vice versa. And then it's not fair. You're not fighting for nothing.
It also gets really, really complicated with juries on public cases.
Yeah,
and that's one of the reasons why a lot of people there's like a lot of controversy on whether like cases should go public or not because it can also sway the public's opinion can also sway jurors too.
Period.
Right.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I wouldn't post nothing about that situation because I'm a white boy. You know what I mean? Let alone if I'm a jury. If the people know I was on the jury for that case. And he got found, you know, acquitted of all charges, like that would sway my opinion a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like versus, all right, if I could really make a decision here and I'm looking at all the facts and stuff like that, I don't know.
Honestly, for me, I feel like before people can actually formulate a full opinion on it, they should actually at least watch the trial.
And then disagree with it if you want.
Yeah, and disagree. Yeah. But like for you to be like, oh, I disagree with it and not even understand exactly what evidence was provided, then that's just like, for both sides saying that, oh, I do agree with it and not even knowing the evidence, you sound almost uneducated because it's like, how do you agree or disagree with something if you don't even know the details of it?
Yeah, 100%. But that's why I don't disagree with anything either because I don't know shit either. And the other thing is, like, my biggest thing is I don't understand how he walked away with no charges. But then Zach there's the gun laws are different out there. That switched my whole mindset. Oh shit! So if I was on a jury. And I know the gun laws of Washington or whatever.
I don't even know all the gun laws of Washington, but supposedly from how they stood with it, they said that the gun laws in Washington allow a 17-year-old to be able to have a firearm.
So it's like, and walk around with it. Yeah. That's the big difference too. Yeah. So, because if that was in Florida, he's catching a charge.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, so not necessarily.
Really? I thought you need a concealed to walk around with a gun in Florida.
Yeah, to a certain degree. Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, like, he's going to get some type of charge, which is why most of us are baffled, because in most states, that's the case, unless you're in Texas, I guess Washington, too, you know, but that's the hard part, because if I'm on the jury and I know that's a fact, like, okay, we can't make this guy guilty because he's walking around with a gun. That's, like, the biggest argument in the whole story, is he's walking around with a gun. Like, of course you're gonna get into trouble, bro. Like, if you're walking around with like,
I don't think Washington's even an open carry state either. Now that I think about it.
See, then that's where I'll be like, how do you walk away with a charge? Great representation.
But maybe the reason why is because maybe like during like state of emergencies like that, maybe the laws are changed. Because I know during state of emergencies for Florida, the laws completely changed for gun laws.
So maybe that's state. See, yeah, I don't know, man.
Like I said, I don't know all the details. I haven't even got to the point with the gun dismissal on that.
And I don't really disagree with the sides that say it's racist. Like I could totally see where it's racist. I just don't know enough to be putting that out there. You know what I mean? And I just think it's important to know the facts in a lot of things.
I think a lot of like systemic racism on that side, it also does stem off of like more of like financial, some type of like privilege, financial privilege, because like
he's got that.
On the flip side, it could have been a rich black person or a family that has been more better off black family, and they could have got away with it with a good lawyer as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But who's to say it was?
And the sad part is like there is a lot of black people that get off with some crazy shit. Yeah. And that doesn't get blown up as much as something like this. You know?
Yeah. I actually saw the post going around. People were sharing. about some guy that got away with killing 2 people for something. I forgot what it was. I didn't even remember a whole lot, but I remember seeing it. But
either way, it's a shitty situation.
It just happened, yeah.
But yeah, I just want to get through it. John, you got something to say?
He's been quiet.
Yeah, I've been quiet because I have no specific opinion on this specific case because I haven't done any research on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't just talk about something and babble on about it if I don't know anything about it. What I can say is when you're in court, when you're in trial, it's one side versus the other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The jury's job is to see whose side made more sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why it helps to have a good lawyer because that good lawyer is gonna pick apart every single thing that other lawyer said.
Yeah.
The prosecution.
Yeah.
They're gonna pick apart everything that the prosecutor said.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna flip it to a way that doesn't make sense to the jury.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, but you said this, but did you really mean this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean?
To discredit it too and everything.
Exactly. Because I've sat in the last couple of weeks. I did some jobs for like an arbitration and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were going through witnesses, testimonials and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just see how many questions they ask one specific person.
And they reword the questions differently. And it's the same question. They reword it differently.
And exactly. So there was even some points where they would ask them a question, like wanting a specific answer from that person. And then the lawyer of that person would be like, I object to that question.
Yeah.
You're asking for a speculation.
Scrap it.
That don't. And then it's up to the judge to decide whether that objection is valid or it's not. Now, like if it once it comes down to that, there's so many questions you could ask somebody to make it sound like a specific way.
Yeah, 1,000%.
You know what I mean? So that's why, once again, a good lawyer is a fucking necessity.
That shit's a science, bro. Like if you watch any of those like Law and Order shows or anything that's like court related, you'll see how it gets to like you could be guilty for one thing, but if that's not what we're here in court, I could be fully acquitted.
It's one side versus the other.
Yeah.
Now, when you see it on the grand scheme of things, you see like the like, oh, this kid is white and he got acquitted. This kid is black and he stole a backpack and now he's got to go to jail for 20 years. Yeah. When you see that type of stuff, like from the grand scheme of things, that's when it feels racist. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that other kid probably didn't have a good lawyer. He didn't have money for a good lawyer.
In a different state. State to state makes a huge difference.
There's so much nuance.
I always try to tell people that state to state makes a huge difference. Getting caught with 10 grams in one state and getting caught with 10 grams in another state, completely different ballpark. Catching a body in one state, catching a body in another state, completely different scenarios. Yeah. And it's hard to try to match it from case to case to case.
So compare it with like two face shots and then a couple of facts underneath. It's like, man, this.
But at the end of the day, I do feel like there's some sort of like there's things that minorities have like extra obstacles to overcome within that system. And it comes with financial, comes with your image, the way you present yourself in a courtroom setting. There's so many different factors that make it feel like there's racism involved into it when like I said, it's one side versus the other. Which side makes more sense? You know what I mean? So a good lawyer is the biggest thing. But once again, racism exists, bro.
Yeah, and you know what? It could be. That's why I don't disagree with like those posts where it's like one face, couple facts. Because you know what? That black kid probably did get charged way too heavily, and definitely shouldn't be in that situation. And that's true. But maybe this kid is not that case. But maybe it is that case. Maybe it is racism. That's why he did get fully acquitted and everything. But what do you grow from that? Like, what do you learn from that? You know what I mean? Like,
it's also really hard to see those things and actually make a decision based off of like what even happened in the court. Because like I seen a video where some guy got sentenced to like 3 years and he pretty much told the judge, "Fuck you," and the judge said, "Okay, come back here, 10 years."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you're a piece of shit." And he goes, "Oh, okay, so I'm giving you maximum sentence, 20 years. Have a good day, sir." And it's like, damn. you know, the next person got 3 years for it and he got slapped with 20. Why?
Once
and
again,
it's posted online.
It's how you present yourself in the courtroom.
Exactly. Bro. Nobody has an idea of what happened. No, I'm not saying that
it's
was
a game, bro.
That's why I'm not saying it's not the case for that maybe, but I'm just saying like you also have to like there's a lot more facts whenever you just see numbers to like, what happened, what's going on, than what actually like meets the eye. You know what I mean?
And from what I was seeing, like I said, I didn't do any type of research. On the Kyle Rittenhouse. Mm-hmm. But the pictures that I did see, this kid is in a suit. He's got everybody in a suit with him.
Tailored too. That suit's tailored.
Tailored, like you can tell there's money behind his case. There's money behind not only like his presentation, but also his lawyers, and also like just money behind everything. Yeah. And of course that's gonna sway. Like money talks. At the end of the day, money talks.
And that's the thing too. Like it's sad because you look at like okay. You hope the reasoning for our court system is for justice, right? And I think in its core it is. But then you add different individuals into that system, and at the end of the day, you got two careers going against each other, right? You got two lawyers that care about their win-loss records, pretty much, right? Like how many cases you win, how many cases you lost, that could give a fuck about justice, right? And then maybe the judge might be more concerned about the justice piece, depending. Now there's your room for error right there. If he's not there for justice, you know, because it's life. We got people. It's just like anything, man. You go to schools and you got pedophiles there. You know what I mean? You would hope they're all people that are trying to raise, you know, educate kids and stuff. But when you add that individual in there, you know what I mean? It's just. It's life a little bit, you know what I mean? And it's rough. But then knowing that's why I don't think it's bad to say present yourself well and stuff like that, because it is a game. Like it is like you're not just gonna go in there and people are just gonna give you justice. You know what I mean? You kind of gotta fight for it. You know what I mean? Like period. No matter who you are, you know. And sometimes that comes easier to others, you know. And we're two white guys here for sure, but I just wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit. Yeah. We can move on from it though. Yeah.
Wisconsin's a crazy place.
Was that Wisconsin? I've been saying Washington
this whole time.
Kenosha, Wisconsin. Bro.
You just searched that up.
You've been saying Washington?
I've been saying Washington this whole time.
That's funny.
But see, that's where that race shit happens too. Because you know what? Like, I will say there is a race factor there because your jury. Who's your jury?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and that's another going back to state to state.
Is Wisconsin a red state?
I'm not sure. I think they're back and forth.
Let me see. I'm curious to know now. Y'all can keep talking.
I think they're back and forth, but that goes back to the point of state to state, man. Because like I've been to like I got family in Iowa, so I know like no matter who they pick, you can take out whoever you want and add whoever you want, but you're getting a pick of the litter, and it's a bunch of white people, bro. Yeah. And that is systemic racism right there. Right. Like I do think that's where the racism factor does come in, and it's not fair because you know what the other side of that is. The United States is like 70% white people. Yeah. So it's also hard to like, how do you know what I mean? Like, and it's slow, it's declining because white people love their Spanish people, you know what I mean? And they're blacks, and we love each other.
One thing I'll say about jurors and like, is having like with juries, you want to have them be able to try to relate with the person and stuff like that. And if the majority of people are white, they're going to be able to relate with the white person easier than somebody who's a minority or something like that. And if they haven't gone through or lived life like a minority, then it's hard for them to also understand and relate to things. So the relatability factor can drop a lot. So that can definitely
100%. Part of like the way we come off right now might sound inconsiderate and stuff because of our inability to relate a little bit, probably. You know what I mean? But I also do know a lot of minorities, and I know people that got locked up for stupid shit and stuff. So I also get. Like, it's not as black and white as it seems. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, it's all a game, and you got to know how to play it, bro.
Period. That's life a little bit. You have to know how to play it. That's life, man. Yeah. It is a little bit. Like, it's when white people get on the dance floor, everybody laughs at them. You know what I mean? We didn't ask for that. So,
Wisconsin is a red state. Last election. Oh, wait, no, that's fucking 1960. Why do you give me 1960, bro? I typed 2020.
And I don't even subscribe to that. I think there's a lot of, like, I think most Cubans are Republican. Like I see,
so Wisconsin was
a lot of minorities are different.
Was actually Democrat last election.
Yeah, but I don't know if that means much anymore.
It does mean a lot for this situation.
Yeah,
for my
last job, I used to travel on a weekly basis all over the country. I used to go to Seattle, Washington, Albany, New York, Los Angeles, anywhere. I think my last trip was to Atlanta. Bro, one of the things that I did notice, it doesn't matter what the fucking state is, Democrat, Republican, whatever. When you get into a room with people from that state, there's a lot more alike than different.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 1000%.
So there's this whole narrative about separation within the country and everything like that. And I agree that is happening, but we also have to agree that we are a lot more alike than we are different.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And that's consistent throughout the whole entire country. I was in Los Angeles. Yeah. Same thing. Yeah. I was in I went to Birmingham, Alabama, bro. I didn't know how many fucking like minorities there are. Like, you know what I mean?
100%.
We're a lot more alike than we are different, and fucking we just have to figure out how to understand that and live with each other, knowing that other people aren't out to get me.
Some things take time too. You know what I mean? Like,
it has to take time.
Yeah, some things aren't overnight. Because I listened to this podcast with Charlemagne the God, and he was talking about how he was trying to do some politic work or whatever, and he said the thing that blew him away was this room full of like Democrat and Republican representatives and stuff, and they were talking about this and that. And he says as soon as like the TV's gone and stuff, because at the end of the day, that's just a popularity contest, right? So if you show that you agree with something, you will lose a big portion of votes because it's got to be one side or the other as far as a vote,
right?
But he's like, as soon as the TV's off and the cameras off, it's like the office. It's like a day in the office. We got to work with each other. Exactly. Because that's something we forget is like there's Republicans in the House. You know what I mean? Like, but it's not making the decisions. But the people making the decisions are also trying to keep their core. You know what I mean? It's a popularity contest.
Yeah, literally. And the last job that I was doing, I had a quick little job that I had to do some recordings at an arbitration where there's two lawyers, like two sides and everything. They're fucking almost ripping each other's throats off. Excuse me.
At the end ripping like hug each other, dap up.
No, but at the end of the day, they're like, "All right, it was good seeing you again." Yeah. This and that. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? It's almost like WWE. Yeah. How they're in the ring, they're like, "I'm gonna fuck you up, brother." Yeah. And shit like that. And then outside of the fucking ring, they're fucking
that is what it is
and shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I feel like I've only met one lawyer in my life, and thank God. But like he was like a family member or whatever, and he's got like that argumentative mentality, and I wonder if that's a trait you should have. Yeah,
you have to as a lawyer.
What do you mean by that? Because and it's like fuck you, dude. Like why you gotta question me? Why can't we just talk about it, bro? What's your problem?
Yeah,
that's funny.
It's crazy, bro.
Should I be a lawyer?
You probably could.
You could be a lawyer, bro. You could definitely 100% be a lawyer.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's funny. All right, cool. Let's go to something else because we took way long on that one.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, let's go. Come on, bro. That's what happens when you get John on the podcast, man.
Jean Lorenzo.
One other thing I want to talk about. I was looking at this post from the Wall Street Journal, and they were talking about how turkeys are on like huge.
I thought you meant the country turkey.
Yeah, turkeys on this huge. No.
Sorry.
See, racist. There we go.
That's racism.
Fuck. We almost made it.
Jesus Christ.
No, but they were saying, have you guys not been hearing that? Like, how they get your turkeys because they're going to be gone. Like, they were saying the supply is like super low and stuff like that.
I saw a post about like turkey shortages and
shortages.
And I also saw a post that was saying like turkeys are like astronomically priced because of the shortage. But I got a turkey at Publix and there was a fuck ton. I got it for 49 cents a pound.
Yeah, no, I was just at Publix today and I saw a whole like overflown freezer full of it. Like
the day before Thanksgiving. So, but then again, we are in Florida and we're having a lot of imports coming in right now through Florida.
So maybe it's because we're in Florida. That's a big point.
I don't know if you guys knew, but a couple of how many months? I want to say maybe like. I might be wrong on this, but like 1 to 4 months in that time frame, there was a massive meat shortage. And like there was like whole Walmarts were empty of meat, and my family was experiencing it like over in Oklahoma.
I could start telling my girl that.
I'm pescatarian. Oh, this fucking asshole.
You didn't hear? There's a meat shortage, babe. It's supposed to look like that.
Apparently that went over Jean Lorenzo's head.
Yeah. Took me a second.
But yeah.
He's like, yo, I'm pescatarian.
I don't give a fuck.
But no, there was like a massive meat shortage that happened not too long ago. And I was over here at Publix buying like, oh, you guys can get me the whole rack of ribs? Wow.
Oh my
I don't have to get short ribs cut. I can get the whole rib. Wow, that's so cool. I went home that night and I see them posting online like, oh my God, Walmart's so empty. And I'm like, I just like special ordered some meat, some rare meat you don't normally see. I just got it with no problem. But okay, cool.
But I think that's a good point because they did say, I remember hearing a couple months ago, like Cali, because that's a big import spot.
Yeah.
They have like
They're
boats.
They're shut down, yeah.
Yeah, they're shut. Like they got boats and boats and boats and boats
I don't know
of
if
cargo.
I don't know if you heard, but like they rerouted a lot of them to come to Florida. DeSantis signed something for them to come over here. That's what I'm saying. We have like massive amount of imports because all those ships that were waiting, DeSantis rerouted them back over here, and he approved everything for it.
So maybe it's move to Florida. Yeah, that's another reason.
But that's what I'm saying. We might not be experiencing a shortage in turkeys or shortage in these meat.
Anything.
Honestly, I don't know of anything right now that we have like much of a shortage of, to be honest.
Yeah, but anyways, I call bullshit on that. I'm just.
And then we're over here saying this, and people over freaking somewhere else like, what are you talking about? There's no turkeys here.
And then, all right, so we'll move past that. The last but not least, I wanted to talk about the value of shooting your shot. Right? Ooh. I just want to talk about it a little bit, right?
Okay.
Because I think, especially we're guys, so I think we go through a lot of that more so because, like, we have egos with us, right? Like, we, and, like, we do good things, we build ourselves up, and then, like, at a certain point, you might feel like, let me not shoot that shot because it might fuck up what I got going. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or something. Whether it's a girl, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of guys that get a lot of pussy that I know is because they're shooting their shot. They could be 20%, 10% on a good day. You know what I mean? But that every shot you don't take, you don't make. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then take it to like, even if it's like a career or something like that you're doing, like asking for a promotion or something. Like, what's the value in that? Or like putting that, like manifesting it almost, but you're speaking it to the person that you might be scared of to shoot that shot with, So I just want to kind of talk about the value of shooting your shot. You guys got anything on that?
I'll let Zach go first.
Honestly, for me, obviously, you have to go for things, bro. Like, that's simple as that with everything in life. And when you say you shoot your shot, you made it as like a sexual side, because you're like all the guys I know they get the most pussy. It's like, oh, okay. When you say shoot your shot, I'm over here thinking like, oh, if you gotta
business wise.
Yeah, I was thinking business wise.
Yeah,
that's what my mind first went. You said pussy. I'm like,
it's true though. Okay,
that's
the dumb version of it.
But anyways, no, but everything in life you do, you have to go for it. And if you don't go for it, you're never going to do it. There's like an expression I'm trying to think of that I know, and I say it all the time in my head, but I, for some reason, can't think about it right now. But it's like, I forgot it, bro. It's like...
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take?
Yeah. I said that the wrong way earlier. You miss every shot.
It's kind of like that, but it's like another expression. It's like... If you don't try, you'll never fail or something like that. But if you never try, you'll never succeed or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's 100%. That's
something along those lines. I forgot what it is, but anywho, that's 100% what it is. And it's like everything in life you're gonna have to do. And sometimes taking your shot is uncomfortable, and most of the times taking a shot in every aspect that I can think of at this moment is uncomfortable. And that's just part of growth, man. Sometimes you got to be uncomfortable. Sometimes you got to go ahead and do it. And I think a lot of people are scared of the initial process of actually starting to take that shot. But I think once people realize, once they actually release it and they're actually going through the moment, it wasn't nearly as scary as they thought it was. And the outcomes are usually a lot better, because think about it like this: for everything that you're thinking about doing and you actually end up doing, I guarantee there's 60% of people that had the same thought but never did it. So you're automatically a higher percentile than the rest of other people because you actually made that step to actually do it, and that puts you ahead of everybody else. So you just got to go out there and do it. And from the business aspect, that's huge from my business, because a lot of people, they don't want to go out there and market. They don't want to go out there and make cold calls. They don't want to go out there and do these things. And it's like,
or like, nah, that person won't want to work with me. That they're too big or something like that.
Just like that, man. You'd be surprised. And they say that if you actually go out of your comfort zone and actually start that initiation process, you're already in the top 10%, top 10 percentile, because like most people aren't even going to do it. Majority of people aren't going to ever actually go out, step outside that comfort zone. They're just going to live their life comfortable, and they're never going to do it.
Yeah, man. You'd
be surprised.
That was something that I was thinking about this week too, and it's funny because the thing that sparked it with me is I saw Pete Davidson with Kim Kardashian, and I was like, that's the value of shooting your shot right there, bro. He's be getting with all the baddies, and I bet you it's just because he just goes and he doesn't give a fuck, and he's just shooting or whatever, you know. Yeah. Anyways, but
cruise back on the sexual side.
Yeah.
So, like, every time I think about like shooting my shot or something like that, when I think about it, I'm talking about like shooting my shot as far as like business or like me
asking a club for you to perform or something like that. Yeah,
exactly.
A DJ to play a song.
Yep, literally. So I always think about this quote by Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan says, "I've missed more than 1,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed 26 times. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed."
1,000%, man.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people like a lot of people won't judge you on what you miss.
Yeah.
They'll judge you on what you've accomplished. At the end of your life, when you die, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this guy, he was able to do this, he was able to do that, he was such a great giving person." Like, you know what I mean? They're gonna remember your positive attributes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So taking that shot is super important because you never know if it's gonna make it or not.
You know what it is? It's like the you get the instant judgment of a miss. Is like probably that negative judgment, right? But that's just like now, right? Like you shoot for something, you don't get it. Maybe you do get, even if they don't tell you or something. Yeah, maybe you do get, he's not like, you know, or whatever. He's not built for it or whatever. But you're right. In the grand scheme, when it's all said and done, it's your accomplishments really that you're left with, and that's a good point, man. Because like I bet you one of those, you know, maybe all 26 of those shots that Michael Jordan missed when they trusted him to win the game, everybody was like, man, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, you make every shot. You couldn't make this one. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be the game winner. I'm sure some people thought that, but
it's still Michael Jordan, the number one fucking player of all time.
Exactly. And
still being talked about over LeBron.
Yeah.
Missed 9,000 shots. Missed 26 game-winning shots. Missed over 300 games. Like, bro.
Maybe that's the important distinction. Is like just understand like there's the value of. Even if you miss your 10 shots, you're going to have to take that on the chin immediately. It's the immediate feeling. But the one you make is going to last longer. And maybe you get over that.
And like kind of like on the contrary of that, a lot of people, especially whenever you're like whenever you're like you're going through something and you fail, everybody's going to remember the negative. Everybody's going to remember that failure initially.
Right.
You know, people, they say like you could do 100 things right, but the one time you do something wrong, they're going to talk about that. But honestly, though, I've learned that like that right there is just temporary. People talk about the temporary, short term. You know, like when each of those 26 shots that he made, I bet for 2 weeks everybody talked about it. You grab a paper ball and you shoot it and you miss it. Like, oh, you're Jordan. You know, they're joking around, but now look. Yeah, look, 10 years later, what's everybody talking about?
And it's twofold too, because like I'm at a point right now where I respect the person that's missing shots, right? Like I got somebody at work that was trying to go for a big position and was really lining himself up for it, and shit happened and he ended up not getting it, right? So I like when he comes back, I respected him more than I ever did. I'm like, yo, look what you were doing. Look what we could. Yeah. Well, look what we could do as what our team could produce. But the other side is how you take it, right? Because I feel like at this point it's a little bitter, right? So it's like that's why I kind of want to say like that. Understand it's an initial judgment, it's initial no, it's an initial shot to your ego, right? But like it don't matter. Like you would have never known you could have not got that position because of this or that if you didn't fucking try it. But you can see the lingering effects of like that bitterness of a missed shot, and it's like that's bad too. You know what I mean? 1,000%. Like, you're not shooting no more. You probably won't shoot again. You know what I mean?
Recovering from the miss is the most important.
Exactly.
You know, it's definitely key and pivotal to be able to keep your growth. And you can't let failures knock you down completely, because if you do, then your whole life is going to be a failure. Yeah. In every aspect. You know, one failure can't knock you down. And that's one of the great things is life. Life is literally like sports. You know, you have seasons. And if you don't do great the first season or whatever, you don't do great 1 year, you have another chance, man. And you have to be able to take that moment and learn from what you failed at, learn for what held you back, and grow from that, and implement that in your life to help you change and become better, so you can come back next time and not only win, but you can dominate.
Yeah,
bro. And that right there is that mindset is going to be the biggest differentiating factor between somebody who's successful and somebody who fails. And it's okay to fail, but if you let that failure eat you alive and consume you and bring you down, and that failure becomes you, that's when you're wrong. That's when it's bad. You can't let that failure become you. That failure becomes of something that you went through. Yeah. And you got to learn from it. And
put it like this: I bet you 100% of the successful people in the world have that in the back of their head, where they all right, I could fail a bunch of times at this, or I could shoot 100 shots. All I need is to make one, and they got that mentality. And I bet you 100% of the people that don't reach success feel opposite. You know what I mean? Where they bring that bitterness with them, or they carry that loss to the next shot.
Or they think that each shot they're gonna take is gonna be a good one,
and it should be. And why wouldn't it be?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's not like.
And you know what else about that is you're not learning from that situation, right? Like that's it's all like layers to it. But like, okay, you missed a shot. Why did you miss it? Boom, boom. All right, this is how I'm gonna make this shot. All right, I missed this shot. What happened here? You know what I mean? And that's a mentality I feel like we should all instill in each other. You know what I mean? Because 100% of people that are successful, I know for a fact they feel that way. You know what I mean? Because we had our last episode was mentors, right? And like a lot of the mentors I talked to when I was going through my situation, going to a different company or whatever, they were like, I would never not see through an interview process.
Right.
Why?
Why not? Why not just go through the interview process? Like, if you don't get it, you got your job. You know what I mean?
Or you
like,
got experience.
Right.
You got a new Rolodex of questions.
Right. Boom.
I love interviews, man. A lot of people are scared of them, but I freaking love them.
Yeah.
I love that pressure from an interview. That pressure from an interview when you're sitting down and they ask you a question, you're like, I've actually been in an interview and been like, let me tell you what, man, I've been in some interviews before, and that's a great question. And honestly, at this second, I need to think about this and process that question, because that is a great question. I've never actually sat down and thought about. But let me give me a second. I thought about it.
And to go to show, like during that process, I interviewed at a couple companies, because there's this guy that was really trying to get me. There's these people that, if I get you a job, I'm making a percentage out of your salary.
Referrals.
Yeah. So he was just really shooting me different places, and I went to one interview. And I thought I killed that shit. We went out to lunch, like everything, walked the beach. Like it was amazing. I was like, yo, like I left. I talked to Christine, I talked to my mom. I was like, yo, I'm about to start doing seminars on interviews. No call back. Right? And then the one that I got, there was 3 different sets of Indian dudes pretty much. And it was a Zoom call. And they were ripping me into pieces. And like you said, like I could tell one was there to find out how I was, like how can this guy work? Like, is he a good person to work with? Like, can he make a conversation? Is he fluent with this? Or is he, another guy was like strict technical. And then the third guy was trying to break me. Mm-hmm. Like the third guy was like, he'll ask a question and be like, nope. And it was like kind of technical questions, but there was like some variability in there.
Right.
And he would just say no, like, nope. And I'm like, and honestly, at the end, I was like, look, I might not know the answer to this, but I'll tell you what, like, I'm the type of person that will find the answer to a lot, and maybe that's the difference, but I remember leaving that interview, like walking out of that room, and Christine's family was out here, and I was just like, that shit was not good. Like they tore me into pieces. And look, that's my mind making stories and all these different things based off the situation that could have deterred me. And then months later, I get the call back from them. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's just a good example of your mind could play tricks on you when on those certain situations, or you think you shot a good shot, or and
right,
it don't mean shit. You know what I mean?
100%. Like you never know how the stars align.
100%, man.
But y'all want to add anything else?
Nah, man.
I got a question real quick.
Oh, get it.
What do you want for Christmas?
Ooh, a gold pigeon.
I want a new camera for the podcast.
Okay. What do you want for Christmas?
Oh man, I haven't even thought about what I'm gonna get for myself or anything like that.
Melissa, I hope you're listening.
Wrapped up in some lingerie. Honestly, man, I have no idea what I want. I don't have anything that I really want right now. Honestly.
Okay. Nothing?
I can't think of anything at this moment. I'm sure there's something. Oh, talking about that, I do have a celebrity crush.
Oh, that's what you would want for Christmas?
No.
Stop listening, Melissa. Stop listening.
No.
This shit switched up. John's like, dog.
Where'd that come from?
That wasn't what I was implying. I was implying because we were on the podcast.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Yeah, who was?
I remember.
I didn't even have one. But honestly, I think Ariana Grande.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Ariana Grande. I don't know what it was. Always growing up, I was like, oh.
I'm gonna clip that where John goes, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I think Ariana Grande.
But seriously though, I don't even at this moment I don't know what I really want for Christmas, to be honest. I'll take a new gun or something like that, but that's not feasible. But other than that, I'm not really.
What about
worried.
you, John?
I'm not really too worried about anything, to be honest.
All I want for Christmas is you.
Yeah, we close it out on that. I love that. Hell yeah, yo, and John gave us a good idea. We're definitely doing like a Christmas hat episode or whatever the week before Christmas. We're gonna do that.
Gotta do that.
We're gonna do that, and we'll have a yarmulke also.
That's a yarmulke.
Is it a yarmulke or is it a hanukkah?
You racist.
Racist shit. No, I'm white, Jewish. No, I don't know.
But all right, cool. If you guys want to stay tuned and listen to the whole outro of John's song that he did, you can go ahead and do that. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in another week. If you guys listen all the way through, we appreciate you. Did anybody write us about the last one?
Nope.
Ooh, y'all losing $20.
That's it.
Yeah. But anyways,
gobble. $20.
Yep. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy time with your family. Make sure you guys be safe, drive safe if you guys are traveling and everything like that. But that's it. Pocket, watch out.
Out.
Tú sabes lo que haces. Tú quieres que yo nunca te olvide, no. En verdad lo lograste.
Oh, you want me to sing it?
Por eso, te doy lo que quieras, solo pídelo poco a poco. Yo caigo más por ti, me tienes loco. Pero no me quiero salir, ule. Nena, si me miras así, ule. Me enamoro más de ti, ule. Me sube la presión, baby. Yo soy Jacob, tú eres mía. Yo soy Raúl, tu Rosalía. Tírala, la dirección, mami, tírala. Como mora yo llego volando, basta asignala. Otros te tiran pero siempre se quedan sin balas. Se quedan más cortos que chimbala. Lo de nosotros es mutuo, me gusta, yo te gusto. Si se ponen brutos, los convierto en difuntos. Al otoño Rosario, tu millar y yo tu cuco. Yo sigo cayendo aunque ya me sé tu truco. Porque poco a poco yo caigo más por ti. Me tienes loco, pero no me quiero salir, ule. Nena, si me miras así, ule. Me enamoro más de ti, ule. Me sube la presión, baby. Yo soy Jacob, tú eres mía.